Welcome to the real world. I can show you the world.
And then?
And you'll be in a world of legendary moments will be captured. So stand up, scream, and make sure the boys feel you.
And the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
What is going on, Cowboy Nation? Welcome back to Primetime Studios. Like always, I'm your host, Primetime Phil, and trust me, it's me. Happy Halloween Eve, I'm gonna say, because of course, game time over there. You know, he was out of the holiday spirit. He didn't want to participate
I just
at all.
literally
That's all it
walked
was.
in the door, literally 5 minutes ago. Literally 5. He knows better.
Yeah,
Come
I know.
on
I'm
now.
messing with. I'm
He
messing.
texted
I'm
me,
messing.
oh, you want to do a Halloween thing? Oh, yeah, why don't you tell me about an hour before? Why don't we do that? But that's all right, man. You did it. That's good. You look good.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I am excited. Obviously, it'd be a whole different story if the Cowboys obviously had lost.
What up, Thomas Garrett?
But that was not the case at all. The Dallas Cowboys actually go and handle their business against the Rams, a team that they should beat, and they definitely did beat. A lot more than what a lot of the critics were saying that it was going to happen. How do you feel after that?
Thanks. You like my
victory?
mask, Crystal? Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, Phil. All right, I got you. Sorry, I got done work at 6:30, got home about between quarter of and 10 of, changed my shirt, put on a hat. So I haven't even eaten dinner yet or nothing. So I'm just gonna keep it 100. I'm not
Game
gonna,
Flores,
I'm like
I
Mark
appreciate you
Combs.
coming through.
Like Mark just wets his hair. And
Yeah,
I'm
looking
ready to
slick
go.
too, man. He fooled us when he first came on.
He looked clean.
Yeah, he did.
Little
Yeah,
did
he
I
did.
know.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't have to
So-
roll over so quickly to let us know. He could have played it all.
So, how does everybody feel? How does everybody feel after we've had over 24 hours to digest that win? How do you feel, Phil? Honestly, how do you feel?
Well, as a Cowboy fan, I think the way that I feel after the game compared to how I feel during the game is always a different animal. With the game going on, obviously, you look at the mistakes that they're making, but when you see the bigger picture afterwards, you're very happy because this offense was very aggressive and pushing that ball downfield, and that's something Dak does great against the zone, and this is one of those top zone teams. So the fact that they were able to come out and definitely move the ball down the field, that first couple of snaps, obviously the first 4 snaps, there was like 3 sacks. That was the worrisome thing right off the bat.
I missed that. Thank God.
Yeah, it was not pleasant to watch. Trust me. It's that's what made you kind of question a little bit. But then, they got their feet underneath them, and then they continue to go down. And really, a great catch by Jake Ferguson, tight end that really showed up yesterday. And we even saw a Schoonamaker sighting. So definitely, I felt better about the tight ends, except for McKeon. There was the pass; it hit off the line, and then McKeon hit it.
That.
Yeah,
I just heard about that, and we could get into that. But I just was finishing up work. I mean, I have now that it's dark, it takes me forever. I have driving at the end of my route, and I was listening to Broadus talk about that exact play. But yeah, go ahead. We'll get to it if you want. And
no, go ahead. Yeah, I'm fine. I can take this mask off, so you're good. Go ahead.
Yeah, it looks like on that play we thought it was tipped. He said he watched the all-22, and he said that he really thought the ball was going to Schoonamaker a little bit further downfield, and it would have been a touchdown.
Yeah.
But McKeon stuck his arm out. But the problem was there was too much going, and I don't know if you guys have noticed this lately. It's great that they're throwing the ball over the middle, but they got too much, traffic there, and it's by design. They're bringing defenders into the box with another receiver instead of being a little bit, because that's what happened. The ball was tipped, and so. But yeah, man. I think that, on my post game video, I pointed out my reaction video. Jake Ferguson, 4 catches for 47 yards and a touchdown.
Definitely,
And
Jamie.
that was big. It really was big. Schoonmaker got involved. It wasn't a lot, but that's fine. Um, that's what look we're gonna need. Hit them seams. It doesn't have to be a true West Coast. That's what kills those cover two. A lot of these teams are playing a cover two type defense, and they're leaving over the linebacker and they're playing the safeties deep. So yeah, man. I mean,
What's up,
I'm
Lady
very,
Diva?
very happy with how they played, man. Very happy.
Yeah, I mean, even on the defensive side, there was some stuff where, like, they weren't getting the pressure that you would want them to get. But then the secondary really made up for that. And so that's what makes a great defense is when the pressure's not getting there, the secondary is causing maybe some pressure to get there because you're getting a coverage sack or you're getting something in. And so, guys like Micah Parsons to me are kind of unsung heroes because there was a second sack there, which got, taken away, and it wasn't a forced fumble, and so it was just an incomplete pass. But at the same time, I mean, that was at a big time. And so it was on third down. They really kind of needed that stop. So it came at a great time. And so, he was getting double teamed, triple teamed. So that was leaving other people open to kind of do some stuff. But, they just weren't winning their one-on-ones, a lot of them. And, it changed a lot, of course, once they were able to kind of jump into the Cowboys game plan, which is, of course, get ahead and let the defense kind of feast. But that's where I'm, like, really kind of shocked about how McCarthy was able to, put a nice game plan together. And Brian, I will honestly admit the things that we were talking about, Dak Prescott doing audibles at the line, Dak Prescott, using his legs. These were all things that we saw yesterday. How'd you feel about Dak Prescott's performance?
I thought he had a great game, and there were still plays left out there. I mean, he's not seeing the field perfectly. I mean, he's choosing to throw in some tight windows, and he made some hell of a passes yesterday going to CD in those tight windows when you look at the all-22, there's other guys more wide open. But listen, you got to crawl before you can walk. You got to walk before you can run. Hell of a game. How could we complain? 4 touchdowns. The one INT really wasn't his fault. He went 25 for 31 with 304, 4 TDs, and an INT that wasn't his fault. But, they stick to your record. CeeDee Lamb, though, Phil. CeeDee Lamb, he caught 12 passes out of 14 targets for 158 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Career
Did
day?
he not show up or what?
Yes, I would definitely agree on that one, man. It was nice. It was right off the bat when they needed him, he catches a pass, goes for like 17 yards to get the first down. And after that moment, once he got that first down, it was a different Cowboys offense. So getting your number one guy the ball, wow, you found success.
Yes,
that is a great thing to see. And they were complimenting him, and that's the thing. Gallup got a catch or two. Brandon Cooks got like 4 of them. Like it was a good complimentary. Just being there when the number one receiver was being double covered, because that's what was happening. They were double covering, occasionally triple covering him, and he still did the damage that he did. And so one thing I loved that I saw with the wide receivers was Brandon Cooks dropping down in that zone,
putting people in motion. There was a lot that we wanted to see.
Yeah, and when you look at CeeDee Lamb's, one of CeeDee Lamb's touchdowns, because of Dak's legs, that's what caused CeeDee Lamb to be so wide open. So again, Dak Prescott's legs coming into play and causing a ripple effect. He's going to have to
continue that, people. Teams are not going to respect his running ability, and that's going to open up a lot when Dak's, he tucks it and runs. He gets down. He's a little weird when he slides. I feel like he's going to tear something the way he slides. But
yeah, it doesn't look right. Yeah.
I don't care. It's as long as he doesn't hurt himself. Get down. I like it. Just a real quick here. You got Lord Nova. You got roll-in reviews. I know you shouted out a few. Jamie Flores.
Yes, new.
Yeah. What up, buddy? Yeah, I saw the name the other day, and I saw it again. Thank you so much for
support
coming over with me to Primetime. He was in my chat today. I saw you with Gametime, so I loaded your channel.
Thanks,
man. We started. He started the channel a few years ago. I came on board, and then I started my own channel a little less than a year ago. I really started doing content about 9 months ago. But yeah, we're doing good, man. Thomas Garrett He's fresh back from Big D. How was it there? I heard it was loud, man.
Yeah, it was
Thomas.
actually. We have actually a thing called home field advantage now?
Yes, we do. It's funny you said that. Cowboys have won 11 in a row at home.
Yes.
That's a home field advantage. Mark
Yeah.
likes to say, "Oh, it's like for rich people, it's quiet." Not anymore.
Not anymore.
It's
That's
loud.
good. Good. And you'll find that with success, those problems tend to disappear. Your offensive wrinkles tend to disappear. But I'm going to go away from the offense. I'm going to go to the defense. And guys that I thought, we talked about, quick one, Micah Parsons, not getting some of those stats because some of them are called back or flags or whatnot. But, the other guy, which I know you're going to guess, who is the other guy that really stepped up yesterday in the defense?
Stepped up or continued.
Or just continued. How about that?
Deron Bland.
Deron Bland. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he's just continued. His third, I say three people, pick six of this year. He is going to be somebody special in this league. How did I know he was going to be this good on the boundary? He was real good in the slot. That's not normal. That's not normal to be good in the slot. They always put, and then to be able to also play the boundary. Shout out to Deron Bland. He's killing it. He's saving our ass right now.
I'm like doing a couple
Here. So, but yeah, Deron Bland and Sam friggin' Williams came out of nowhere, and he stepped it up. Sam Williams was playing the gunner on special teams. They clocked him at some crazy RPM for a guy 265 pounds that looks like a Greek god. He just needs to play smart. And shout out to David Wiley.
David Wiley, hey, what's going on? How you been?
It's all about the money, money, money. All about the money, money, money.
He starts to come and then he pulls out.
Wow.
I like that one. He's going to have to send me that one.
But no, David Wiley, I appreciate it. How have you been? I hope you're still doing a lot of cooking, right?
He's I'm glad to see that your girl is doing
better.
Yeah, she's doing well, man. He went to Kansas City, and they were going to the Beyonce concert, and she had some serious heart issues, so they missed the concert. Something tells me though that he got a little bit of slaps. I'm just taking a guess, but
He's probably every night, every day, woke up in the morning.
I'm glad she's doing good.
That's awesome. Well, welcome. All right, it's great to see you. Great to see you. Hopefully,
what
we're doing
Cowboy
the
Mafia. Brad Harris, what up, man? Glitter man.
Yeah, actually, if you look down here to Brad Harris's new thing, he has become a new mod.
Yes,
and,
Brad, there you go,
Cowboys
Brad.
Mafia as well. So I got a couple of other ones that I'll be handing out as I see them. But yeah, I have list of tiers and everything. So I appreciate it. I hit 700. So that's what it was. I guess the big thing.
Well, it's funny because I don't know. Hey, there he is. Mark comes. I never got back to you. What's up, Mark? How are you? I'm sorry. I had somebody follow me today. One of my bosses that were evaluating me. I didn't get done my route until after 6 o'clock. So I guess that was good. But yeah, what was I gonna say?
You're talking about the defense. You're talking about guys being tall. Who was it? McQuamble?
Oh no, I was gonna say this. This is an NFL statistic, people. Not since 2007 has a team had a safety, a pick six, and what did Sam Williams have? A block punt?
Block punt, yeah.
In the first half. Not since 2007 did a team have that. So that's a pretty significant stat for our Cowboys. Listen, our Cowboys, they know how to win. And we're going to get to the Eagles. We're going to break them down later in the week. That's what I was saying, but I'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, the Eagles are feeling awful chesty right now. I don't see any Eagle fans in here, but they think they're going to roll big time. But we will get to that. We'll have all week. We're breaking down the game. And, yeah, not since 2007 since that has happened. I mean, it seemed like everything they did yesterday worked. Even Turpin was going nuts.
Yeah, I mean,
What
Turpin.
the hell was that? Did you open something?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I didn't know if that was a drop. I'm like,
Can
that
of
was
whoop
kinda
ass.
cool.
Oh no, that was actually just me. I was like, yeah. But no,
need something
I
to
wanted to
drink,
put the special teams up because to me, I would put Sam Williams in there. That was a great thing to see. I've seen Dorrance Armstrong do that as well. So, and Dorrance Armstrong was a big contributor to why Sam Williams. So I'm not trying to take away from Sam Williams. I just need to see it a little bit more consistent. Like for example, the kicker that we have, Audrey. Man, just kicking some long field goals now. I got a 50.
I didn't realize that was 58 yards.
58
I did
yards.
not.
Man, that
I
right
had
down the
no
middle.
clue. I was so out of it yesterday with the damn I think it was YouTube.
Yeah.
But me and Phil, and it was just very annoying. I'm glad I missed all the bad parts, though, because that would have pissed me off.
Oh, yeah. So one thing that's not bad is that Brandon, he starts his career as a record of 18 that he's made in a row starting his career, and we'll see.
Now he's a weapon.
Yeah, he's a weapon. He's somebody that we can hopefully rely on. I mean, I want to see it consistently, obviously, because we've seen Maher and what he did towards the end of the year. But
They said he kicked one from 68 at the Star this week. And if anybody knows anything about the Star, it's not easy to kick field goals there because of the wind with the buildings and everything.
They got whips around, yeah.
68-yarder at the Star, and they're like, okay, we need to start. He's kicking with a lot of confidence, and he's deadly. And they're going to allow him to take some long field goals. I mean, he made it easy from 68. So might be one of the best up and coming. And what's crazy is he's a local kid. He grew up right down the street from the Star, only to go and never play football, play soccer.
And then his wife is
come back and be.
And his wife is the one that
now
tells
he's
him,
a
"Hey,
Pro Bowler.
people were missing
Go
field
figure.
goals," and he was like, "Hey, you could do that." And look at him now. 28-year-old rookie.
There, Thomas. Yep.
That is amazing. Sign him now. Exactly,
Well, everybody laughs, but having a
big.
good field goal kicker is
It's
big
a big
time.
thing. It's a big
time.
thing. Yes. And one thing that was big time was Turpin yesterday. Even with the touchdown called back, which was amazing to watch, he set us up right after that safety that Sam Williams had. Bam, the very next play, he takes it and gets us all the way already to scoring position. And I think that's something that, I feel bad because anytime he does something special, like take a touchdown, there's always somebody doing something crazy on some, that didn't even make any sense. So I hope good things for him, and I'm happy for the success that he found yesterday,
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Me too, and I'm glad we got a kicker. I really am. There's not much negative from yesterday. There's really not. I would say...
I mean, the only thing that when I look at the negative is right before the half, you gave up a score, and coming out the half, you gave up a score. Yeah. And so right there, any normal team, good team would definitely have been able to, just capitalize on that and keep going. It's just that, Stafford actually hurts his thumb by getting spun around, and his thumb gets stuck in Osa's, ear hole. I don't know. It's one of the holes on the side here, and then, it got interesting.
Well, supposedly from Broadus, those officials were letting a lot go, and the Cowboys got a couple breaks.
That's true. That is true. I do agree.
So, listen, I'll take it. And he also said that the Rams got a couple breaks, but the Cowboys benefited more. But that wasn't the difference in the game. But I'd rather watch a game where both teams get breaks than to have 20 penalties.
Yeah,
I just do. So that's where we are, man. I was happy. I mean, also what Bryan said was they really, if you notice, now I missed the first 3 plays or the first 3 sacks. They literally sacked them 3 out of the first 4. I thought you were joking. It was they sacked them. Oh, they sacked them again. I'm like, what are you talking about? That don't happen. Yeah. Well, they made the adjustment, and the running backs, especially Rico, stepped up big time and were able to pick up a lot of those blitzes because they were coming.
Yeah.
And
there was a couple even Tony Pollard picked up. Yeah, I was very impressed.
All the running backs had a hell of a game, with picking up the blitz. So.
I'm not sure if you had heard. I hadn't heard anything. But did we hear anything about Edoga?
Yeah, it's a low ankle, not a high ankle sprain. But he did not play well early on while he was there. Mm-hmm. He got eaten alive. So
Yeah, I heard that you mentioned on one of your videos that he should be that swing guard and not like. And I totally agree with that.
That's kind of how
love that.
I feel. That's not
Yeah.
what they're going to do.
No, that's
but
obviously
that's what
not,
I
yeah.
would do. Yeah. So, but yeah, just real quick, it's hysterical. I'm coming home tonight and I'm listening. I was finishing up my route and I have a radio in my vehicle and I'm listening. Eagles. The Eagles all of a sudden are dying to have Ezekiel Elliott. Isn't that funny? You called him trash all those years. All of a sudden now you're trying to trade for Ezekiel Elliott. Give me a break, you guys. You guys are ridiculous. But anyway, Coyote says we need. What does he say? We need a.
We need a running back.
We're in good shape.
Yeah,
if we could pull the upset and beat the Eagles, then look out. Oh, if we beat the Eagles, because they're talking about wrapping everything up. I'm like, even if you win, Eagles, you're not wrapping shit up. But in their mind, they're 3 games ahead and they're wrapping us up. I'm like, there's more pressure on you than there is us. You're supposed to win at home. You're the favorite.
So what about San
Early
Francisco?
line.
What about San Francisco losing yesterday? That was
As a matter of fact, I gotta, look, when I have a moment later, I'm gonna tweet out to George Kittle for the 3rd week in a row. I'm gonna tweet the picture of him lifting up his shirt saying "F Dallas," and I'm gonna say "Karma is a bitch." Maybe he'll block me. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
But 3 times in a row. Come on, bro. Now I don't know. Cincinnati looked damn good, but you looked ass.
Can I be real though? Like every single team that has beaten them has a power runner.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Speaking
of the power runner, today at 4:00 was the day that Henry had till today at 4:30 to restructure his deal, or it's guaranteed for the year. He's only owed like $5.3 million for the rest of the year. That shouldn't be a discouraging thing if I'm the Cowboys.
No,
but
it's probably what he wanted for them.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume.
Yeah, that's why they said that they're not going to they probably won't trade him because of that whole thing. They had until today to restructure the deal, or it's guaranteed. It has to be guaranteed for the remainder of the year. But we're not talking about that much money, So I guess they don't want to eat nothing.
You're right.
So that's the deal.
Thomas Garrett, you're right. Yeah, that's peanuts.
You know what I'm saying, Thomas? But that would fit perfect. I mean, he would fit perfect with a few teams, but Phil just pointed out why he would fit perfect with us. McCarthy likes to run that inside trap and a lot of inside plays, and that's great. And Pollard's good at it, but Pollard is not Henry. To me, that would be an awesome 1-2 punch, don't you think, Phil?
Yeah, people that are just a little bit nervous about getting in front of the guy. I mean, unfortunately, right now, we don't have those guys that everybody's like, well, I don't really want to be in his path when he comes through. Maybe I could just trip him up and grab his feet or something like that. I want one of those guys, So we can hope. We got 24 hours less than 24 hours to kind of hope that something happens there. But, I do believe that there is even guys.
Made a trade.
Fournette.
Eagles just made a trade. The Eagles just traded Contavious Street. I think that's their D tackle to the Falcons.
I saw that. And then you saw the Giants trade off Leonard Williams to Seattle.
Leonard Williams, I thought they would get more for that.
2nd and 5th. That was actually not as bad as I thought,
Yeah, so, obviously for us, they wouldn't have traded him in the division, but that's just because of Shea. My dream is still alive. This is my dream, people. And I sent this to Mark. I wasn't able to do a video last night. Well, I guess I could have, but I didn't.
I like how you're honest with
everybody. Aaron Donald goes up to Mike McCarthy after the game.
I don't know how much I believe Tom. Has he been drinking while he was doing the broadcast? And since we scored 40 something,
I've heard by multiple sources.
Since we scored 40 something points, he was toasted.
No, he just said, "If you can come get me, come get me."
Come get me, yeah.
Well, I'm in.
Oh, I'd be all about that. Trust me, I'd be all about that.
That would be the move to, without a
doubt. All right,
doubt.
that other wish? Forget about the other wish. I want this one. Well,
I'm just saying.
I would be about that. If you had to choose between the two,
I would take Aaron Donald.
Yeah,
all day.
easily. Yeah,
I'm sorry, Aaron Donald.
I ain't even thinking
is a
twice
pass
about
rusher.
it. And I'll pick up
He
Fournette.
will eat up anybody.
Yeah, and I'll pick up Fournette in the offseason on the free agency.
Yeah,
so.
I would give him a 2025 1, and I would give him a pick next year. I'd give him a 2 this year and a 2025 1. Get the deal done, restructure, extend it out, whatever you got to do. Give me Aaron Donald. That would seal your defense for the next 3 to 5 years for however long he wants to play.
Yeah.
He's that good. Alongside of Osa, you finishing up the career with D-Law, with our boy Parsons. Just roll him down. I mean, that would be great.
Yeah, that would be. But
I'm sorry. I will be doing my stream at 3 o'clock. I got to go to the hospital in the morning. I'll be there. They're not doing the surgery until Wednesday now, so probably going to go there Wednesday as well. But I will be here going live tomorrow at 3 o'clock for the trade deadline show. We'll break down all the moves. There will be. I have a feeling there'll be a lot of moves. Not so much like Loyal Cowboy. Probably not by the Cowboys. But we shall see. You never know, right? You never know, Phil.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. One thing that we can agree, though, man, that was a great thing to watch yesterday. And, yeah, even with the internet thing, you got lucky and didn't have to witness the beginning part of that.
Yeah, that was sketch, man. That was pissing me off.
But like Glimmerman says, Udoka kind of found his footing a little bit and was able to kind of hold his own. And I mean, yeah, it's not our choice, but obviously we voiced our opinion of what we would do on that offensive line. But again, the Cowboys keep making the Tyron Smith choice.
Thanks, Bryan.
And that just keeps getting to become a setback for this offense. But we'll see where they go, man. If he can contribute, he can contribute. But I think it's going to be the swing because during practice is where he gets hurt more of the time, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I mean, I never seen nothing like Tyron Smith. He was dressed and set to play. They did a final check on him and said they deemed him not healthy enough to play. My guess is, I guess he would have played if they allowed him to dress. Yeah. I mean, he was dressed again and then had to take his stuff off.
Are they saving him for the Eagles?
Huh?
Are they saving him for the Eagles? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could. That's the only thing I could assume is that's what they were doing. So, we shall see.
There's my other guy. Hold on. There he is.
Is it Coyote?
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
The offense is finally starting to take. Yeah, I'm behind a damn heart. Take form. They say 8 weeks so far. We are there now. Listen, Coyote, I'm all over the map about this game coming up with the Eagles. Let me tell you, the Eagles. I was listening to the local station here, 94 WIP. They are talking friggin' Super Bowl. And they're saying we're the best team in the NFL. And listen, right now, but they're saying that they played bad against Washington because they were looking ahead to the Dallas game. Okay, but you did this, if the Washington coach reviews the damn incomplete fourth down, you might lose the damn game.
Let's be real. There was a third down he dropped. There was a fourth down he dropped. It was like he didn't just drop one play. He dropped two.
What's up, Lord Nova?
You struggled with the team that you shouldn't have, but it's a rival team, so I think, if anything, you should say the rivalry part than the we were looking past the Washington. No, man, you struggle every single time with Washington. You just can't you can't wrap your head around it.
You could go down the list. The only team they haven't struggled with, and listen, I start off by saying you're 7-1. You're the best team in the NFL record-wise. I don't know that you're playing the best, but you get the job done. Jalen Hurts has won 23 out of his last 25 started games. I give all the credit to Jalen Hurts. Mm-hmm. Now, if you look at Dak's record, I would say it's comparable, knowing that they went 12-5, 12-5, the last 2 years. But I'm not here to compare the two. Right now, they are balling out. But, I mean, they're winning games. But every game minus Tampa it really could have went either way.
Thank you, Coyote.
And they're saying that we've had a cupcake schedule and we're beat. Okay, but what about the Jets? I was arguing with a guy today. You've only blown out 2 teams. I'm like, we started out. I was at the Giant game. That was 40-0. I consider that a blowout. We won. What was it, 30-3 or 34-3 against the Jets, the team that you lost to. We blew out the Rams, and I'm not, the only like we lost to. I'm like forgetting the other games. So pretty much all of our wins have been blowouts. Correct,
Yeah.
Phil?
Yeah, pretty much.
So listen, we're either gonna blow your ass out on Sunday or we're
We're
gonna lose
Yeah, exactly.
and get blowed out. All right, yeah, we'll see. I mean, but you guys are the favorite. I'm shocked though, people, that it's only a 2.5 point line. Why is that? That tells me that we are a 0.5 point favorite, or we're 0.5 point better than you per Vegas. Philly, why? Because you're not taking care. I mean, you're winning the game, but you're not playing like you should be playing. So that's all.
Oh yeah, so New England.
Lord Novus says 40-17. Dude, if that's 40-17, I'm coming down to Chicky and Pete's, and we're gonna cause like problems. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen, Lord Nova. We're going to Sizzler. That's if we win 40-17, and I'm buying. So, but anyway.
No, this is what we're gonna break down. This is the
Sorry,
a good matchup, but again, this is like halfway.
Wired.
We're halfway through the season, and we still got a lot of football left. But then again, it's halfway through the season, and we don't have a lot of football left.
Pinks.
You know, so go to Pigs, yeah, slaps.
Slaps.
So, Brian, you want to talk about anything before we get out of here? I know we got Monday Night Football that's going to be coming up, and you got the Raiders versus Detroit. Yeah,
and I have to clean myself up and eat, and then I got to settle in. I'm off tomorrow. Like I said, I have to go back to the hospital bright and early, and then I'll be back for the trade deadline show. But I would say this. It's never as good as it looks, and it's never as bad as it looks.
True.
The one thing I'm afraid of, Phil, going into the Eagle game, I can't help it. I'm gonna look ahead a little bit. Is Mike McCarthy coming off a bye was 14-5, I think, something along those lines. He had a nice amount of time to prepare. He said the team prepared well all week, getting ready for the Ram game. How are they going to do on a shorter week, heading on the road to come to Philly? Is he going to get ultra freaking conservative again because he doesn't have the time to put in those plays, misdirection? We got to do more misdirection, east and west, getting the defense moving around. Dak's got to continue to run the ball. He has to. But are we going to have a lame game plan in Philly and try and outmuscle them? Because you're not going to win that game. I'm
going to be real. I don't think there was a game plan for the Rams. There wasn't and I say, when I look more game plan, and I say amazing game plan, it's just, the defensive side, the special teams side, what Doan's Fossil is going to do. Because I think the offense just woke up. I mean, let's be real. We saw Dak audibles at the line of scrimmage, and that was a huge thing. You had not seen any of that. So he was seeing the defense and changing it. And, checking to the wide receivers, getting them to run different routes. That's what we need. And, of course, allow Dak Prescott's legs to bail us out a little bit. That's what we just have not been seeing. So
we have to do that.
I mean, I don't think a game plan.
Yeah,
I don't think a game plan comes up with saying, okay, I need you to stay in that pocket and just try to squeeze it in.
Yeah, read option or whatever you want to do and keep it. Yeah. If it breaks down, run. You got to keep these teams disciplined. You know how these linebackers are. They all want to cheat. They all want to slide back. Fine. Then take the yardage. Take the damn yardage. Get down. You set up his second is short. Lord Nova says Dak came out and balled. Damn right he did. Damn right he did. What up, David Cowboy? Welcome, buddy. Seemed like they added some new plays and the audible. That's what Phil said. They definitely added a lot of wrinkles that I liked, but Dak allowing the audible, that's what makes him better, don't you think, Phil?
Oh, I agree. I definitely agree. And that's what I liked about that last preseason game was he was calling the plays. It wasn't, come on, let's be real. Will Greer wasn't out there balling because he was calling plays and, let me check this defense. And that was not him. That was Dak Prescott seeing what was coming and doing a great job of preparing before the play even started, really. So if you can see something in the middle of the play and change it to something else, that is your load's better. Think about those quarterbacks in the past that have been able to take that and bring it to their game. That's huge, and that's the other. When you have a quarterback that's hit a certain plateau, those are the things that set him apart, and those are the things that get him to the next level. And so I just like the body of work that I'm seeing. We'll see if that plays out into something that it could be. But I'm liking where the offense is going as of right now. I mean, again, there's one game. You
can only go by what you've done for me lately. So we're gonna enjoy it, like I told you. We got that 24-hour rule. We're going to talk about the loss. We're going to talk about the win. These are hard wins to get, people. The Rams have a lot of talent.
They prove me. Yeah.
They are a talented team. Wow. And that's what they were saying today, Phil, too, on the radio. They were saying, the Cowboys are a front-running team. They sure know this is exactly what Ike Reese said of ex-NFL backup linebacker, made the Pro Bowl as a special teamer. Ike, you weren't that great of a player, right, big guy? Hell of a special teamer, though. But he was like, they know how to pile on and get useless stats late in the game, like Dallas. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, the friggin' Eagles should have knelt on the ball.
Okay, let's be real. Okay, when you look at it, I think Okoye as well pointed this out. Like, Dallas did not play. The starters weren't playing in the fourth quarter. So Dak wasn't playing anything. They weren't padding any kind of stats. They got ahead, and I don't know, man. They'll call anything as long as they can use it for their narrative, even if it's not true. If you just blurt it out of the mouth, and I believe it's true, then a lot of people will use me as a reference. And then I can use them as a reference, and so now it's fact. That's just
The Thomas Garrett. I saw that yesterday where they're not expected to do it, and that had a lot to go with they don't want to eat any of the contract, and that's why the deadline today with restructuring is over. Whoever gets them has to pay the 5.3 or whatever, I think it's 5.3 mil remaining, which is not that much. The Titans still could pick up some of that, but they're refusing to, I guess, based on if they're going to take a low pick, they're not going to, whatever. I mean, if I was Henry, I would make a stink, but yeah, whatever. Not yet, Nike 3. Like I said, just check me out tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I'll be live and we'll discuss anything that happens. So we'll have the trade ticker, or I'll be spitting it out. I don't know. Hopefully I'll have time to figure some of that out. But it'll be fun.
I might be around tomorrow afternoon, so just let you know.
Like if you're around, I will definitely shoot you a link, and we'll talk about all the things happening NFL.
Sounds
not
great.
Just the Cowboys, because
it's gonna be it's not gonna be any other moves.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. It surprised me. The Catboy. I made a comment today. I don't think Mark is still listening. I hope he didn't watch my live because he might be upset. A Catboy was identified as Mark's illegitimate son, so. I'm sorry. It just slipped. It was just a slip. I meant no disrespect. Anyway.
Yeah, you're going to be getting it later on his. Just to let you know, it is going to come back around. I don't think he's streaming. He's just, I don't know. Well, he said he was cleaning up. I think he's going to do something for Monday Night Football.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make that. It was a long day. If he sends me a link, maybe eventually, maybe second half action. But regardless, it was a great win, man.
Great win. And honestly, I want to say
a great costume too.
Yeah, thank you.
Like Sparta. You actually, that's a perfect one.
I was going to go Riddler, and I was like, no, this doesn't seem to be right.
No, that's strong. What you got?
But happy Halloween Eve, honestly, to everybody, and I hope you guys have a safe
Mischief
one.
Night. Protect that house.
Yeah,
like
we
Dallas,
must protect the house.
Protects the home. At least where I live, I used to go up on a roof with the paintball gun to light people up as they try and they toilet paper in my front yard.
Yeah, like not in this house.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark, right there. See, I told you, Mark was listening. You're like, you in trouble now, Brian? You in trouble? He says, I'll be live tonight.
I just walked in the door, man. He didn't even send me a link yesterday. He don't want to. He done. He said, I helped you enough. Game time.
Now, pee off. Go fly. You're a peacock. Use your wings.
Yeah, I'm flying, baby. I'm flying. Mark was creeping, right, David Cowboy? Creep.
Well, I appreciate everybody coming through. I appreciate you guys commenting and just enjoying the Cowboys' victory for this week. And as we move on to the Philadelphia Eagles, which will be the next one on Saturday, of course, we'll be back to talk about that game. And during the week, man, I'm going to be joining you. If you decide to do it Thursday night, I'm there for you.
Yeah, I haven't decided. We'll see.
Well, just let me know. But I might see you guys
Probably
tomorrow on Gametime's channel. So I appreciate everybody coming through. And don't forget to do what?
Ring that bell.
Thank you, guys.
Hey! We know each other. He's a friend from work.
What you do, you're like a little screw loose type of guy, and that's how I am. So I'm digging it, big guy. I am.
Who are you?
You.
No, not me, you.
Yes, I am you.
Just answer the damn questions. Who are you?
Gametime Bryan, otherwise known as the mailman here,
Cool name. Superpowers?
broadcasting from the illustrious Jobu Studio.
Come on, are you gonna tell me who that is?
Primetime Phil. And, of course, my co-host, Gametime Bryan.
Oh, Jesus Christ, this place is going to explode. $100,000, I don't even need to hear it.